What is up, guys? Today I'm going to review Chivalry 2. Now, Chivalry 2 is a medieval multiplayer war simulator. This game is really fun. I've been playing this game non-stop. I mostly main the Knight. I've been playing a little bit of Vanguard. None of the other classes. I kind of want to experiment them with a little bit. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about the combat. The combat is pretty clunky. It feels like a Skyrim type of combat where you just kind of swing back and forth. You also have different alternative moves like a guard break, a stabbing attack, a kick, a tackle, all different sorts of types of moves and stuff. However, what's really fun about this combat is the amount of weapons you could choose from. I mean, there's tons of different weapons, all different swords, axes, throwing weapons, a bunch. But not only that, though, I think the highlight of the combat is just being able to pick up different stuff around the map, like an enemy's head, or, a concrete block, a candle stand, just a whole bunch of different things that you could just pick up around the map and just use as weapons, and that is so much fun. This just makes the combat super enjoyable and just really fun to play. However, the downside of the combat is that it's very buggy. The whole game in general is pretty buggy at times, but I think the combat is pretty buggy. Like, some moves will be unresponsive, you'll be doing a move correctly and just won't process. Just very quirky combat. But if you can get behind that, if you can kind of just muscle through it and just enjoy the game just as a fun, night game, well, you shouldn't have any issues. But if you're going to look at this game as a competitive type of, COD-like game, you're not going to really enjoy this game. This game is very quirky at times and just could be a pain in the ass as well. You also have 4 different classes to choose from. The first one being the Archer, which is, self-explanatory, being an archer. You have a Foot Soldier, which is like, a light attack, spam type of character. You have a Vanguard, that's basically a glass cannon. And then you have a Knight, that's just, a mid type of combat. The customization for these different characters is pretty good. I mean, you have different armor variants. A lot of it is, pay to get the armor. You can earn the coins, but it takes a long time to actually make your soldier look decent. I know for the Knight, I've been having this really ugly armor for the majority of the game, and it's taking me so long to get actually this cool armor. There's really not a whole bunch of armor sets and helmets that you could choose from. It's pretty narrow. As for the face customization, it's all preset faces, and the faces are hideous at times. I mean, there's only like 2 actually good faces. The rest are so hideous to look at. And that also too is just very basic customization, so don't expect to have a whole eye changer, nose changer, and all that different stuff. You're not going to get that. As for the game modes themselves, you get a 64 player all modes game mode, you get a 40 player all modes game mode, and then you get a free for all. Now, I just been playing 64 player or free for all. I didn't really play with 40 player because it's kind of pointless, I guess. Maybe if you don't want a lot going on in the world, I could see that, but but for me, mostly I just been playing a lot of the 64 player battles. However, the maps in this game are pretty good. It's nothing really awe-worthy. They're alright. I know the free-for-all maps, however, aren't really that good. The second map rotation, I believe it's the arena. It's just a lot going on in the middle of the map, so it forces you to play around the size of the map, but the size of the map are the spawn. So you'll be fighting people, and then people will spawn on you, killing you. It's very weird and not that good. However, the other map for free-for-all is okay. As I said before, this game is pretty buggy, so expect bugs. I mean, you'll be attacking or whatnot, and just moves won't process, or it'll just make it very hard to play. Even your character armor won't render in sometimes, so you'll just be wearing like default armor. It's very weird and just very quirky. As I said before, this game is not really meant to be played as some competitive, style multiplayer game. It's kind of just a fun multiplayer game to play. Just the way the combat is and stuff, it feels more like a simulator, kind of like, Mountain Blade, those types of games, rather than, a For Honor type of game. So for the score, I'll give this game an 8 out of 10. I think this game is just really fun. This game is really fun. But, If there wasn't that many glitches and stuff, I'll give this game a higher rating, but the glitches and the maps too, and even the customization kind of lower the rating down. So I think an 8, maybe a 7.5, around there is my rating for this game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, click that post notification bell, and I'll catch